Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is just a little video sharing, my thoughts on if you should join a design team. These flowers here are made by Creating for Fun, who is Lori. They're just here for you to look out so it's not an ugly white background. So I have a lot of people comment, ask stuff about design teams. You're lucky, stuff like that. And I get that part. But then I think a lot of you people just think, oh, you're just getting free dies and that's it. And that's totally not the situation with any design team member, not just myself. So I feel like the pros of joining a crafty, I'm a crafting channel, but the pros of joining a design team are you are getting free stuff. Like, who doesn't love free? But it comes with a price tag, technically. Like, you're getting it for free, but then you have to do videos, take photos, do multiple projects with them depending on the design team. Like, if it's like, for instance, AliExpress is way more lenient, those die design teams, than like some of the American craft companies and stuff. It's your time, your money, your art supplies, your craft supplies, all that stuff that you're using to make stuff for those dies. For instance, I'm a die design team member. Another pro is that you're saving money. Like, if say it was a really cute flower die, say it was a die that did this, and they give it to you for free, you're like, that's $7.99 that I'm saving by not buying it because I got it for free. So that's like a super pro. And then you also, on most of the design teams, you have the freedom to create whatever you want with whatever dies that they give you. Again, some design teams are more like some of the scrapbooking design teams, like you can't even use other companies or other brands within your projects. Like, for instance, this center isn't from them, so you couldn't use it. Some of them are that stickler on their design teams. I'm not on any of those, so that's a good thing. Another pro is that this is something that you can add to your crafty resume. Not that you're like applying to places, but hey, in the future, who knows? You could be like, hey, I was a design team member for so-and-so, blah, and blah, and so forth. Also, if you're starting a crafty channel or a crafty Instagram, or you already have one, it's great content for your channel or your Instagram. Like, you're gonna have posts, you're gonna have media to post on your channel or Instagram. One, you're representing a design team, and then two, you're just representing your channel as well, like with stuff that you make. Another pro is if you are getting, say you got a bunch of free dies or free flowers or whatever, and if that company does affiliate programs where you use the commissionable links, then you are getting paid on those links by the retailer or whatever. Sometimes it's only 2%, 4%. Some companies do 10% for affiliate links if you're lucky, but that's another pro because you're getting stuff for free, but then you are also getting to link some of the items and you get paid that small commission off those links. Okay, now more on the cons. It's kind of like a contract. Like, this is your job. You are getting these items for free. Now you need to, depending on, like I said, every design team is different, but some of them will have an entire list of what you cannot do. And so then it becomes more stressful in a sense, because now you're under this contract and you need to post one picture a week or 2 pictures a week. You need to post a video a week, depending on the program. And then it becomes like this, oh no, well, I was on vacation last week, but you were supposed to post a photo and a video and a share and a hashtag, stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. I also think it's going to be way less stressful if you only are on one design team. You only have to work with one person. Another con I feel like is some of the design teams, like you may get stuff in your design team package that you don't work with. Like, if, for instance, like you're not a big stamper, like I'm not a big stamper. So sometimes when I get stamps, it's like, one, it's hard to work with. Two, I only use embossing powders because it makes it cuter, but I'm not really a big stamper. I'm more of the die cutting and stuff like that, and the ephemera and stuff like that. So sometimes your kit may include stuff that you really love and stuff that you don't necessarily work with or use with, and then it's like really hard, and then that's when the stress starts kicking in. Another thing is when there's restrictions, when there's time deadlines to be met, the pressure to do those things sometimes can create a creative block. Like, you're literally like, like, what do I make? And sometimes, like, I'm guilty of it. Like, I'll just throw something together real quick because I didn't know what to do and I wasn't feeling it in that moment at that time. So it's like I just threw something together to get it in on time, you know, like schoolwork. You're not always going to get A's. Sometimes you're just going to slop and turn in slop, you know. And that's the best way to describe it, but that's what happens. Another thing is when you're getting all this stuff, you got to think about storage. Literally, because I think I'm on 4 design teams, right? I don't even know how many I'm on. So I'm on 4 right now. The most I was ever on was 6 at one time. And it was the storage for storing this stuff is going to cost you money. For instance, all the dies, all the sleeves I had to buy, all the labeling I had to do, the storage for it. And another thing is don't give away your free stuff that you got. I actually had a giveaway. I was giving it away for free and I was getting in trouble for it. Like I was just returning the favor back. Another thing with some like bigger crafters that I talked to like on Instagram was, like I said, some companies don't want you using other items from other brands within your projects. Like try sticking to a project only using the dies that they gave you. It sounds easy, but it's actually not. Like everything I make, I use like stickles and I use like, you know, an enamel dot or something from another company. Do you get what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't be able to use that. You'd have to say like, oh, I used this from so-and-so. I used this from so-and-so. You couldn't add other elements in. And those crafters said like that was it, that we're on that one design team for like a semester or whatever it was. And then they didn't join again because it was too hard to stay in those restricted rules. So should you join a design team? That's totally up to you. If you have time, I would join one because it's not that much requirement really. Again, depending on the design team and if they're international or not. But I think once you start getting multiples, then it does get harder. Just keep that in mind. And then some YouTubers on here, it's a full-blown, full-time job for them. Me, I don't have time for all of that. So I'm not going to try to join more than I can handle because it does get overwhelming. And that's why you see a lot of crafters cancel their design teams because it does get overwhelming. So just keep that in mind. It's not all rainbows and butterflies and you're getting a bunch of free stuff and it's free and hey, it's free, I have it. It doesn't work that way. That's just my thoughts. If you have any other thoughts or comments, please leave them down below and I will catch you guys on the next crafty video. Bye guys.